Deco here. The versus fighting game subgenre is in a renaissance with the recent announcements. Or as recent as I can get this video out to you.
I don't get it.
To me, this makes the perfect sense. To those outside the FGC, they have no clue. Is this a Tekken-like? Is this sparking zero? These are the sentiments those outside of my bubble would say. I'm here to just ramble about what I think versus games are and why this is an unprecedented timeline in fighting games. Welcome to Play Fighting Games, a series on anything and everything I love about fighting games.
What did he just say?
To hopefully convince my friends to hit me with a whack-ass mix-up.
I'm gonna block this whack-ass mix-up.
Or convince you, dear viewer, to get into these uniquely fighting game experiences. Riot Games announced half a decade ago they're working on a fighting game which happens to be a 2v2 and is set in the world of Runeterra, you know, Lego Legends. A-Ting announced a game with Hunter x Hunter characters. The recent Sony State of Play showed Arc System Works, those behind the Dragon Ball 3v3, working on a Marvel minus Capcom game, which honestly looks annoyingly good. I've rewatched the trailer around 17 times in a span of 12 hours. God, I can't wait for Marvel TOKON, help me. And finally, the devs behind Killer Instinct are making an invincible 3v3 tag fighting game. I think versus games are associated with Marvel vs. Capcom, but with recent news, the description feels different now. To team games with anime FG properties, but with the addition of assists. Breaking that down, team games mean you pick more than one character, maybe 2 or 3, even 4. Anime games are very out there with the designs, mechanics, and tons of air-based combat. With how absurd some designs are, the levels of creativity you reach with these games become endless and full of sauce. And assists are calling your other selected characters to help you mid-match. Now, versus games. Versus games are notorious for having a touch of death, where you get hit once and immediately pray that your next character doesn't blow up.
On the reset there, respect.
My friends don't need to worry much though. These are from the mid to higher levels of play. Versus games are a combination of all of that, but with a little secret spice called movement. The fluidity of motion in versus games are what keeps me coming back. The games are incredibly fast, so even if you do have TODs, if you can't hit me or you can't process fast enough about how you have a chance to turn this into a TOD, it's a wasted opportunity. My favorite detail of versus games are the multi-way mix-ups that God himself regrets putting out on this world. You have to hold back to block standing and down back to block crouching. Now imagine to try to guess which side you're supposed to block. What is with all the hype? Nothing hits harder than nostalgia of the previous games like Select Hero and what felt like clashing your toys together like damn, Ryu is friends with Cyclops, Morgan is best friends with Spider-Man. These games were notoriously difficult back then, but that didn't stop someone like me from enjoying all the seizure-inducing flashing lights when a super pops. It's just hype moments and aura of the game. And for this many to come at this short amount of time in the modern landscape of gaming, there's so much hype, meme potential, and annoyingly enough, discourse. New players are going to experience fighting games for the first time, and it's in the sugar-infused, key-jingling game equivalent of fighting games. Like imagine, Jarvis, do a 4-way mix-up excellent sa. Hit him again with the same side low. Fine choice sa. To end a versus game video, we must do versus game things and make you block this mix-up. Let me know if you blocked it or not. Leave a comment on what you want to hear from me next. And remember, play fighting games.